In this video, I wanted to compare the P40 Pro to the Mate 30 Pro so you can decide which Huawei phone is best for you. If you want to learn more about each device, check out detailed reviews and you'll find all the links and show notes down below the video. First, the design. Dimensions of both phones are quite similar, but the P40 Pro is slightly narrower, meaning it is more comfortable to hold in the hand. Well, the difference may be negligible, but you can definitely feel it, especially if you have smaller hands. However, the P40 Pro is slightly heavier, but it sports a bit larger screen, which is really good and beautiful to look at, but I found the Mate 30 Pro's panel to be more vibrant, punchier, it has better contrast, and screen is slightly brighter. Where the P40 Pro has an edge, a 90Hz screen refresh ratio, meaning that the phone feels smoother. In terms of design, both Huawei's are one of the most beautiful phones you can get, and it's really a matter of personal preference. I love extreme curves on each side on the Mate 30 Pro, which are not practical, but they give you that futuristic look. The P40 Pro display's curves are not that dramatic, but the glass is curved on the top and bottom, giving you a seamless finish. I prefer a less fingerprinty matte glass finish of the P40 Pro, and its camera design is more pleasing to my eyes. One of the key differences, the P40 Pro has physical volume keys, whereas the Mate 30 Pro uses virtual buttons that are activated by double tapping the side of the phone. Both devices are IP68 rated for water and dust resistance, they have IR blasters and expandable storage via Huawei's nano memory cards. I found an in-display fingerprint scanner as well as face unlock features to be slightly faster on the Huawei P40 Pro thanks to updated sensors. Both phones have great bottom-firing loudspeakers. The P40 Pro speaker puts more emphasis on highs, whereas the Mate 30 Pro on lows and mids, so it's a matter of personal preference. Here are a few audio samples. Now the cameras. Even though the Mate 30 Pro was released last year, it still has a powerful quad camera setup with a lot of megapixels. However, the P40 Pro's optic system has a larger 50-megapixel sensor and 5 times optical zoom versus 3 times zoom on the Mate 30 Pro. On the front, the P40 Pro uses an autofocus camera that can shoot videos in 4K 60 FPS. In comparison, the Mate 30 Pro has a fixed focus lens that maxes out at 1080p video resolution. Daylight image quality is better on the Mate 30 Pro, but this does not surprise me because the P40 Pro was just released and the Mate received plenty of software updates that improved the camera performance. I took all of the pictures using Master AI since AI is one of the most advertised features by Huawei. The Mate 30 Pro's images have better dynamic range and contrast, and while some of the shots may look a little bit oversaturated, the pictures simply have a better overall look. I also found that the lens performed better in harsh lighting conditions, but again, I expect image processing to improve over time. The P40 Pro's cameras still take great looking shots, and telephoto lenses have a better zoom range, meaning that images have more detail and sharpness. The Huawei Mate 30 Pro takes better quality night photos both in auto and dedicated night modes. Pictures are usually brighter and they have more detail. Color reproduction is also more accurate, even though the P40 Pro tends to deal better with greenery. Still, the Mate 30 Pro software is way more matured that results in better quality pictures in low light despite a smaller sensor. Selfie image quality is much better on the P40 Pro, mainly thanks to the autofocus lens, which assures that all of the pictures are tack sharp. The Mate 30 Pro also has a great shooter, but a fixed focus lens means that sometimes you'll get some shots that are slightly out of focus unless you always double check that your face is in focus. The same can be said about the low light selfies. The P40 Pro takes better images. The Huawei Mate 30 Pro shoots better quality 4K 60 FPS video. The footage is a bit sharper, and even though colors are a little bit oversaturated, they still look better than in P40 Pro's footage. The P40 Pro can record sharper 4K 60fps selfie videos. The Mate 30 Pro's shooter maxes out at 1080p, and while the quality is still good, most of the flagships offer 4K video recording on selfie cameras. However, since it's a fixed focus lens, you always need to make sure that your face is in focus, which can be frustrating at times. Both Huawei phones ship with similar specs, and I found the overall performance to be pretty much the same. The P40 Pro may feel a little bit faster due to a 90Hz display for everyday stuff, but when it comes to gaming, both phones can handle pretty much everything you throw at them. Both devices offer pretty much the same overall performance. If you use these phones out of the box, the overall experience will be different since there are no Google services on neither phone, at least officially. I've been using the Mate 30 Pro since last year with manually side-loaded Google services, but Huawei has been working really hard developing its own app gallery that already has most of the apps you need. Some may think that the app gallery is a completely new thing, but Huawei has been working on it for years. Even if some apps are missing, Huawei promises that they are coming soon, or you can side-load them yourself. This is what I did using websites like APK Pure. The overall Android 10 based user experience has been pretty good, even though you may need to sideload some of the apps manually. I wouldn't say that the app gallery is going to revolutionize the app market, but I'm glad to see that Huawei is really serious about their own app ecosystem that already has plenty of applications, and I can't wait to see what's coming next. The more competition to Google and Apple, the better for the end consumer. I'm not going to assert that I can live without Google at the moment, that's why I sideloaded Google apps manually, but I can't wait to see the development of the app gallery and all the alternative apps Huawei will make in the future. Huawei phones have always been one of the best when it comes to battery life. Both the P40 Pro and the Mate 30 Pro are great examples. If you use the P40 Pro just for video and social media, you can easily get over 14 hours of screen on time. If you use the phone more intensively, you can get over 7 hours of SOT, which is still a really good result. With the Mate 30 Pro, you can get very similar results. I could get over 11 hours of screen on time while using the phone intensively. For example, I took more than 300 pictures, shot a lot of videos, and used maximum screen brightness setting quite a lot. Excellent battery life. You can charge the battery of each phone in just about 1 hour with a supplied charger, but the P40 Pro supports super fast wireless charging feature that assures the same 40 watts charging speed as using the cable, which is pretty amazing. However, this feature is compatible only with the Huawei's wireless charger at the moment. As you may expect, connectivity has been excellent on both devices. From call quality to signal reception to Wi-Fi, everything has been working great. The P40 Pro also has 5G and is compatible with even more networks than before. There is a 5G model of the Mate 30 Pro too, but the one I have only supports 4G LTE. So there you have it, the Huawei P40 Pro versus the Mate 30 Pro. You should buy the P40 Pro if you want the latest flagship that has a slightly larger display with a 90Hz refresh ratio, better zoom range, larger sensor and better selfie shooter, improved in-display fingerprint scanner, and faster wireless charging. You should go with the Mate 30 Pro if you want a more vibrant display with extreme curves on each side, and at the time of this video, the Mate phone takes better quality pictures thanks to numerous software updates that improve the camera performance. In addition to this, you get pretty much the same hardware, battery life, and overall performance. The conclusion: the P40 Pro excels in some areas, but the Mate 30 Pro still holds its own and is even better in some departments, so you can't go wrong with either phone. If I had to choose one, I would probably go with a Huawei P40 Pro, mainly because of better zoom range, autofocus selfie shooter, and also a larger camera sensor that, with the help of future software updates, will probably beat the Mate 30 Pro's cameras in all lighting conditions. Just before I sign out, a quick word from the channel sponsor Airalo. Airalo offers you both connectivity and freedom by providing access to over 100 eSIMs at the most affordable local rates from around the world. With your eSIM compatible device, you'll never have to carry multiple SIM cards or change your number again, no matter where you are in the world. You no longer need to change your physical SIM card, you no longer need to rent a Wi-Fi device or carry it around, and you no longer need to pay high roaming bills. All you have to do is to go to Airalo.com, purchase eSIM, add the data plan in your settings by simply scanning the QR code, and you're good to go. Check out the link in the video description to learn more. Tell me which Huawei phone would you choose in the comment section down below, and also check out dedicated reviews of both devices, and you'll find all the links and show notes down below the video. It was Linus, thank you for watching and see you soon.